Alrighty. This is a new game. For me, anyways. Probably not going to do lots of hours and hours of gameplay because I've noticed that things can happen that would totally violate YouTube's terms of service, so I'm just not going to limit my gameplay to censor the content of the game so that YouTube can be yeah, I'm not going to mess with that. What I am going to look at here is when this game first came out, there was a lot of buzz about RTX. And RTX is too rich for my blood. I got a GTX1070, around 300 bucks. And with the stuff I was doing at the time, the amount of memory on the graphics card and the entire iRay thing was kind of more important than what the graphics card could do in games, and Nvidia just kind of kept 8 gigs or less at the $300 tier when things weren't scalped to insanity. And just recently, I found out, hey, you know, you don't need RTX to play the game. Okay. So here I am. I went ahead and slammed everything down to absolute minimum. And I discovered with texture quality at high, the game's only using around 5 gigs of the 8 gigs on the card. So that, I can crank that up. Just for the sake of looking at what can this card do, I decided to turn off all the FSR stuff. Not sure where I want this, between 100 and 90. I'm not sure. Anisotropic filtering, I didn't really notice that much of a visual difference in the game, so I left that at the default 4 for low. Localized shadow quality didn't appear to do anything, so I want to bump that up to medium. Cascade shadows, kind of the same thing. Mirror quality, I'm guessing that's more for the mirror in the apartment than anything else. LOD, I tried low, medium, high, didn't appear to do that much. So that's pretty much where this is right now. So I'm gonna do a benchmark. Confirm. As for the characters, I had a couple of ideas I wanted to try. There's a few different things in like the synthwave videos, the art that they use, it kind of looked cool. And that also kind of got me thinking about this game, so I went ahead and got it. You know, this, there are stutters. I went ahead and turned the CPU multi-threading on all the time because it's a 3950X. I've got the cores and the threads to spare. You know, like those little milk jugs or whatever those are. Those look really good with the textures on high versus lower down. The glowing trash bags back there, I think that's one of those combination shadow things, and I forget the name of it. Palm trees, those look really good. So, you know, there you go. And I can run this a bunch of times and it'll bounce between 50 and 54 on minimum FPS because of the crowd in the bar. Back to settings. What was it? Cascade shadows. I think, right? maybe. One of these was off. No, not that one. Yeah, maybe it was Cascade Shadows. If I turn that down, I'll hit apply. On the benchmark again. Know what the trash bags look like inside the dumpster behind the bar. Well, the person there on the other side of the table, like, changes in each run. So I know there's different things all the time. One run I noticed there were 2 people on the bar stool on the left. There's another one that changes all the time. Capturing at 30 FPS, probably not getting the stuttering there going over the pool table, but it is there. Now, not these trash bags. Those ones have the glow on them.
Did you know last-gen Cyberpunk damaged your nervous system? Make sure your implant is always the latest model.
Again, not that bad. I mean, maybe I'll crank some of those things up to medium. Go back to settings. What do we got? Cascade Shadows. Shadow resolution. Medium. What was it? Yeah, from the sun. Let's see. Decals. Screen space reflections are off. Subsurface scatter. That's like a people skin thing. We'll go ahead and put that up one. Apply on that. Okay, so we got subsurface scatter and our cascades a little. I don't think it's this one, because that one actually talks about the sun. So we'll go with that. See, now the person's got ball cap different. Person in the far left bar stool doesn't have the mohawk going, that's someone else. Those people are always the same for some reason. Tried everything at low and the stuttering right there doesn't go away. Still got the glow on that. Maybe it's like a glossy thing. '50s. Max FPS is no longer 90. So, I mean, I can play with these settings. Probably get it a little bit better. Let's go with, I can turn that off. Artificial light sources. Thing is, There was something here for face, wasn't there? Ambient occlusion. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. All right. It's a different kind of cap. Look at the video afterwards and see if there's any detail differences on the people. Those trash bags aren't different. I wonder if that's like a function of screen space reflection versus something else. .48 FPS. So that actually hit things hard. So ambient inclusion. So my first 3 runs through creating a character, looking at that mirror, that mirror on the right of that bar, somehow I managed to have something that almost looked female, and then when I got to that scene, the black fingernails were green and the person in the mirror was quite male looking, and probably the wrong jaw choices on that one. Noob things. Yeah. I'm not gonna lose sleep over those trash bags. Kind of playing for a few hours with the settings that were at the beginning of this. I think everything was low or off except for a couple of shadow things that didn't appear to change anything. Yeah. So ambient occlusion really does hit the FPS hard on both of these numbers. And I can crank that up, see what happens. This was one of those, I really didn't notice any visual difference at all with it down at the lowest possible setting versus the 4. Yeah, and there's a different person there. And the people at that table, and now no one's on the left side of the bar. Yeah, and that stuttering right there. Thing is, I haven't noticed the stuttering in-game. Although I'm a little too busy right now trying to remember which key it was to do what. No change at all. So it's like, do I crank that out to max? What difference did it make? Yeah, sure. Let's go for max on that. That's the, yeah, oblique angles on textures. I'm probably not gonna bore people with anything more than this. This is just a, yeah, you know, GTX 1070, non-TI. It does the game. And I don't have to use, frame faking, technology. Oh, maybe I was supposed to pay attention to those newspapers on the wall for the oblique angle thing. I don't know. What's more annoying is some of the things like the glowing teleport map hologram thing. That's at the front of this building. When you're looking at that at a distance, there's no anti-aliasing option that I can find on this in the settings. And I kind of don't want to force it. Yeah, that thing there on the right. The green glowing thing. Maybe it's supposed to look like that. I don't know. So yeah, we're peaking up in the 90s and still in the 50 FPS. So yeah, I mean, you know, I don't need it that extreme, and to be honest, 4 looked fine for me. Localized mesh quality. Let's see what that does. And then after that, I'll probably call it for the video. Because this is also one of those, if I could find the videos, I'll link it in the description for Hardware Unboxed and Gamers Nexus. Years ago, did some, setting stuff, and I think Hardware Unboxed actually had, like, what settings actually make a visual difference versus which ones don't. And likewise for performance improvements versus no change at all in performance. We got some stuttering there. And we got stuttering here. "20-minute vid. Alright, I'm gonna try doing screen space shadows at low. See if that changes the trash bags any. Okay, so now those things are glowing a little bit there. Still 50-90, so I can actually go with that, I guess. Alright, what was that? Local shadows. Cascade shadows. Screen space reflections. Let's go on that. Ambient inclusion. Let's go with Didn't I do that already? Yeah, I think I did. One thing. See what the difference is. So I could probably sit here all day, flipping one setting at a time and seeing what it does to the FPS. It looks okay. I don't see any difference in there with the screen space reflections. Those trash bags are still glowing.
Remember to take one survey.
I think that all looks alright. I mean, it works. Drop to 48, 85. So that one, that setting actually impacts things a lot. Subsurface scatter, ambient inclusion, mirror quality, LOD is at high. You know what? I think that's where it was when I was playing for a couple of hours and then I tried it at high for like one sit down with the game. Mouse at that table. Different people at this table. Bar is now missing someone on the third, or the middle stool there. I think what it was the people doing the, it was like a crowd way off there in the distance that was doing the Asian morning stretch like thing, and complete brain fart on the name of it. I think I was messing with the LOD, trying to get them to not pop into view at like the last minute. Yeah, okay, so that actually messes with the minimum. I didn't exactly have that all the way down at low, did I? Because last night when I was running a lot of tests, I was noticing a lot of 53s on the low instead of 50, but, you know. This is Windows 10. Different people in the bar, so maybe it was one of those runs where there just wasn't a lot of people in the bar. Now it's dropping to 52. 47. Now, how soon do the people show up on that? Commons. Not there yet, not there yet, not there yet. Oh, there they are. So I remember in like HW Bot there was a trick where you could turn LOD like completely off, so the textures would not appear for doing benchmarks, and it was like a trick. Yeah, that's 5089. So again, how much difference does it make? Not that much. Mirror quality, leave that there. Ambient occlusion, subsurface scatter quality, you may as well leave that at medium. That didn't do anything, but again, even in game, it's like, oh yeah, I had these down too. Something like that. Something, but not a lot. Subsurface scatter, definitely want that. Mirror quality, I had that low, but as soon as I figured out what it was, I was like, yeah, I want that there. Alright, one more run. We're at 26 minutes on this recording. I may as well call it. But, you know, it works. I can play the game. It doesn't matter that much that I don't have photorealistic quality on this, because the character that I'm creating is it's definitely not metahuman or CGI Genesis capabilities as far as face shapes go. You have, dare I say, more of a squarish face to work with, and the jaw shape, the nose shape. It doesn't work for a lot of different things. I want to say the name was Krissa, or Corinna, or something like that, from Aespa. Cute bulgy nose, small chin, Asian. You can't do that with some of the tools this has, because the face is more round and not as long. Anyway, yeah. So with that, let's see. I mean, yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with that. Cascade shadows. I may as well. Range. No, we don't want range. We want resolution. Distant shadows are on low. Volumetric fog. Clouds. I don't need clouds. So, I mean, this is what I think I'm going to play with for the evening. Again, I'm not gonna stream the actual gameplay or anything like that, because I've noticed when, like, I'm trying to change outfits, it'll blink to the nude, and that's just not viable for YouTube, and I'm not gonna go and rent software from Adobe just to edit the video. Yeah. Adobe's another one that's too rich for my blood. I got a simple tool that splices videos together and crops videos, Avid something, and that's it. And I only bothered to get OBS because in a different game, people were telling me things should do things and they weren't. So I decided to go ahead and record my experience and say, no, this is what I'm seeing. What was that? The SG8S is not opening shipping crates anymore. Yeah, it does. No, it doesn't. They nerfed it. Anyway. Yeah. I mean, I can play this. This works. So, with that, be cool, y'all. Alright, quick addendum. This is Momo from Twice. Assuming OBS can even get the... probably won't show up in the video anyway from compression noise. Corinna from Aespa, or AE... I don't know how to pronounce AE. It's like an old English thing. Yeah. There you go. This is what I was kind of going for. The one on the left was from a music video, some kind of synthwave thing that vanished. Originally, the artist was Laserstorm, and the song was Neon Dream. I went looking to see what else Laserstorm had, and noticed the video that I had saved went poof. And when I did a reverse Google search, I got this as a result. But this is from one of those AI art things. Yeah, that's backwards because I was... Anyway, this image was not there. So that's what I was kind of going for. I get in the editor. This, I think, was like the 4th or 5th playthrough. To go through a couple of hours of gameplay to get outside to see this. And immediately I'm like, no, that's not what I'm looking for. I messed something up. Because, that doesn't look anything like that. I went back and I tried a different combination of mouth-drawn, that in the other tab, and nose. Yeah, nose 22, tried 19. Yeah, jaw 6 versus jaw 5. At that point, you get to this mirror at the very beginning of the game, and I don't know why. Every single combination you throw in this kind of looks like a guy instead of a girl, and I don't know. You have to get outside to actually see what your character looks like for some reason. I think this is using a different geometry model from this, and I have no idea why. But from this point, I wasted a couple of days fussing with changing things and going through the game to see the character outside. And I said, alright, I'm just going to play the game. So, I give up, I guess? Maybe? I don't know. With that, be cool, y'all.